This sounds like an incredibly intense and powerful experience, perfectly tailored to a specific spiritual or motivational video genre. I can certainly create a new script on the same theme, maintaining the chosen one focus, the dramatic confrontation with darkness, the concept of divine protection through the mark, and the sevenfold return law. I will ensure it meets your length and style requirements, while you were at your most peaceful, utterly unaware. A wicked act was performed in a realm where silence is a weapon. It wasn't a casual slight or a passing thought. It was a ritual born of deep, corrosive envy. Someone, completely consumed by their inability to control your trajectory, took your physical image's simple photograph and presented it as an offering to the highest dark power. They hoped, with every ounce of their twisted intent, that this entity would see you as an easy target and finally extinguish your persistent, annoying light. They wanted you gone, simple as that. But the true drama began when the Prince of Darkness accepted the offering. He didn't laugh, he didn't roar, he merely glanced at your photo, and in that instant, the entire underworld, the very fabric of shadow shuddered. He recoiled, not in anger, but in a profound, ancient recognition. He froze, then whispered a command that echoed through every demonic hierarchy. Do not touch this one. The fear immediately shifted sides, moving from the darkness to the one who had dared to invoke it. What the darkness saw wasn't your weaknesses or your mistakes. It saw a seal, a coded frequency radiating from your essence that even Hell's master had to respect. This was the mark of the untouchable, the sign that you are operating under a supreme jurisdiction that overrides all dark authority. You carry a light that is not just bright, but is protected by cosmic laws. Tonight, you will finally understand why your presence cannot be cursed, why your name carries consequence in the unseen realms, and why your destiny is governed by a divine code that makes you impenetrable. This is your awakening moment. This is why they fear you, and this is why their darkest rituals fail. If this message is already resonating deep within you, feeling like an ancient truth being suddenly remembered, I urge you to give this a like, subscribe to this channel, and drop the number 777 in the comments. 7 is the number of spiritual perfection and divine protection, and tonight, we activate the perfection of your defense. Let the cosmos hear your affirmation that you are protected. Dies started, as it always does, with a seed of bitterness planted in the heart of someone you trusted. They couldn't bear to watch your resurrection. They believed they had broken you permanently. At your quiet recovery, your peace became their most agonizing torment. They saw your rise as a personal humiliation, a testament to their failure to destroy you. So, they escalated their attack, crossing a spiritual boundary that all as beings know never to violate. In the sterile, desperate silence of their hatred, they held your image, pouring their poisonous intent into the void. They believed that darkness was a controllable servant, a tool they could wield for petty revenge. They thought they could bend cosmic energy with their raw, volatile emotion. But the moment your name was released into the spiritual atmosphere, the whole transaction changed. The shadows didn't obey the caller. They shivered in anticipation of what they knew was coming. The Prince of Darkness arrived, not with the fire of chaos, but with a paralyzing, heavy silence that felt like the pure weight of existence. He looked at the photograph and saw beyond the physical form. He saw a pulse of divine frequency beating within your energy field. It wasn't just light he saw. It was a coded essence, a signature of ownership written by the Creator himself. Your very image carried an invisible, undeniable spiritual authority. You had walked through immense suffering, betrayal, loss, undeserved pain, yet you had steadfastly refused to contaminate your own soul. You didn't succumb to bitterness. You never surrendered your fundamental capacity for love and empathy. This is the ultimate spiritual currency. Under cosmic law, the soul that forgives its trespassers, even when it would be easier to seek vengeance, earns the title of untouchable. The devil does not fear weakness, nor does he truly fear a simple light. He fears resilience. He fears the soul that can walk through the refining fire of hell and still come out radiating light, still choosing goodness. He fears those who embody forgiveness when cruelty was the easiest path. That is the indelible mark he saw in you, the signature of a soul that survived the furnace without being burned. And in that moment, every rule of darkness inverted. The malicious invocation became a profound interruption. The ritual turned instantly against its foolish master. When darkness attempts to lay a hand on something that has been irrevocably sealed by a divine decree, it doesn't succeed. It collides with an eternal, unyielding command. The command is simple and absolute. Do not touch what is consecrated. The candles around your enemy flickered, choked, and died. The air became thick, electric, and terrifyingly dense. The person who sought your destruction suddenly felt the profound weight of their own action, not as an external punishment, but as a severe, immediate recoil. The energy of their dark intent began to instantly echo back, amplified. Searching ruthlessly for its origin point, they unknowingly opened the door, not to harm you, but to completely and utterly reveal you. Every dark force present was compelled to witness your true spiritual rank. As the devil turned and retreated, his profound silence became the loudest possible declaration of your divine protection. Even the enemy of all light was forced to acknowledge the celestial code that his dominion cannot breach. He left, not in anger, but in utter, bone-deep terror. This is because your soul carries a secret. It is marked by what ancient spiritual texts call the evolved mark of Cain. You see, the common story is incomplete. The mark was never a curse. It was, first and foremost, a protection. It was the Creator's way of commanding, "No one may lay a hand on what I have already judged," and sealed. Through the ages, those who endure agony without becoming cruel awaken this same higher seal. The evolved mark of Cain is not born from violence, but from restraint. It is the seal carried by souls who possess the power to destroy others. With the same cruelty they received, yet chose mercy and integrity instead. This choice, this refusal to become what hurt you, permanently rewrites your energetic signature. It is a divine encryption that prevents lower frequencies from accessing your core. That is why entities of darkness sense something ancient, something fundamentally untouchable. When they approach your field, they don't see your human face. They see the reflection of the governing law of your life, the law of sevenfold return. Angels refer to this as the reflection of seven, a cosmic, metaphysical algorithm that mirrors all energy directed at you, purified, magnified, and instantly sent back to its source. When someone aims a curse at you, it returns to them 7 times heavier. When someone offers a genuine blessing, it returns to them 7 times brighter. This law does not take sides. It simply obeys the resonance you carry. Because you have walked through fire and refused to let it corrupt your soul. Your core resonance is justice itself. It doesn't seek to punish. It only seeks to balance. This is why people who have wronged you often face consequences that seem shockingly disproportionate. It is not your personal revenge. It is cosmic symmetry. The mark is not a gift. It is a spiritual scar that glows with sacred defiance. It is a permanent reminder to every unseen force. You are not to be touched. You are not to be tested. You are not to be trifled with. The seal makes you an anomaly untouchable by darkness, yet feared even by certain entities of light, because you operate under divine autonomy. Your protection is not based on superstition, but on unyielding spiritual law. When the devil looked at your image, he saw the sevenfold seal radiating from your core. Realizing any contact would not destroy you, it would utterly dismantle him. You are the consequence of divine calibration, but there is a greater, more astonishing truth. The seal does not make your life easier. It makes it significantly heavier with purpose. To walk as one who cannot be touched, you must perpetually guard the very integrity that earned the mark. You must never let past pain or bitterness rewrite your code. The more powerful your light becomes, the more disciplined and pure your heart must remain. That is the paradox of ultimate divine protection. And right now, as you internalize these words, your mark is glowing, responding to the seismic shift of your remembrance. Both angels and demons are sensing this ray activation. One bows, the other flees. You are not just surviving, you are preparing. Your authority is still expanding, and this mark is preparing you for the next level of your assignment. You will not just witness your enemy's downfall. You will step onto the platform they built for you, the strange patterns, the impossible coincidences, the timely interventions you thought it was luck. It wasn't. It was divine interference. Your energy field is constantly connected to a higher intelligence, perpetually recalibrating your path. This is why toxic people are suddenly and effortlessly expelled. They don't change their mind. They are forcibly removed. The very vibration of your destiny expels anything that doesn't align with your mission. Chosen one, your victory is not something you have to fight for. It is something you were born into. You win by simply existing in divine alignment. Your job is not to swing the sword. Your job is to stand still and radiate. Every vibration of your peace sends a command to the unseen world. You are not surviving this story. You are fulfilling it. And in this realm, those who walk in purpose do not defend. They manifest. Do not fear what moves in the dark. Your light carries too much authority, and your essence vibrates too close to the source. You are not fragile. You are forbidden. You are not hunted. You are permanently guarded. Your name is encoded in light, and no shadow can pronounce what was written in glory. From this moment forward, walk as one who knows, not wonders. Speak as one who reigns, not pleads. And know this truth: you were never built to be touched. Write in the comments right now: my energy is protected by divine law. Let those words be a final decree that echoes through the dimensions, settling the argument in every realm that ever whispered your name. Tonight, the universe itself bears witness. You belong to power. Your crown has been confirmed.